Hei Māori ora, he mihi ana nā mana whenua ki te papatonga rewa rongo whakata te iwi a tēnā koutou. He mihi ana nā mana whenua ki tēnei rohi a Taranaki whānau i te upoka o te ika kei te mihi. Tēnā koe Mark, tēnā koutou katoa. Greetings everybody. It is a great pleasure to be here. I just said before, I'm not sure that this is the key moment of the morning. I think your breakfast was the key moment of the morning, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I want to thank the Chamber for the invitation to speak here today. It is great to be here, and I mean that both sincerely and literally, because for the equivalent speech last year, I actually took part virtually, beaming in from the Beehive Theatrette, with only a socially distanced press gallery bearing witness, and I can tell you that you're already a more lively and friendly crowd than they were. We have certainly come a long way since that event. Although this budget will still be a COVID budget in a number of ways, and I'll return to that shortly, when I delivered the speech last year, we were actually still at level 3. Many businesses were not able to operate or were doing so in the most trying of circumstances. Unemployment was still being forecast to get close to double digits, and there were dire predictions about what would happen to almost every part of the economy. As Mike's just said, as the story has unfolded, New Zealand's economy has proved to be resilient. Now, that's not to diminish the experience of those businesses, particularly in exposed sectors such as tourism, events, international education and hospitality, who have done and continue to do it tough. But overall, as a country, we can point to a number of positives. In terms of unemployment and GDP, New Zealand is strongly positioned relative to the countries that we normally compare ourselves to. The economy was 0.9% below where it was in the December quarter compared to the December quarter pre-COVID. If we look at Australia for the same period, they'd dropped by 1.1%. The United States by 2.4%. The United Kingdom by 7.3%, and Japan by 1.3%. Our unemployment rate has fallen to 4.9%, surprising most economic observers who were expecting even a modest increase in the last data. The latest data is due out this week, and I expect that it will bounce around a bit over the next couple of quarters. But we still compare favourably with the jobless rate across the OECD, which is at 6.7%. Our nearest neighbour, Australia, has an unemployment rate of 5.6%. It is, in fact, a remarkable turnaround that what I hear from a number of employers is their concern at the lack of available staff at the moment, rather than whether they're going to be laying anyone off. One of the things that is sometimes easy to forget is that while our borders have been closed to people, our goods are still getting out to the world, partly through the government's underwriting of air freight services over the last year. Even in the tough times of COVID, consumers all around the world still need what New Zealand sells. Exports remain resilient, with annual sales of logs, fruit and wine rising, while dairy and meat are holding up as well. Global demand for New Zealand's dairy products continues to be high, with Fonterra expecting to pay in a range of $7.30 to $7.90 a kilo of milk solids. This will pump more than $11.5 billion into the New Zealand economy. Firms also appear to be willing to invest more off the back of an improving economic environment, with imports of capital goods strengthening as well. So New Zealand's success has been recognised, not just in how we handled the virus, but also in our economic resilience. Standard & Poor's gave New Zealand the first ratings upgrade of any economy since the pandemic began, and the first for New Zealand since 2003. And in the last couple of weeks, another ratings agency, Moody's, reported on New Zealand's economy, maintaining our AAA rating and noting our very strong institutions and policy effectiveness, along with our robust fiscal position when compared with our peers.